welcome back to Makeup or Breakup, episode number 3, the YouTube channel where I give you love and relationship advice while I do my makeup. Disclaimer, I am not a professional, I'm not a therapist, counselor, I have not had any schooling, I'm not licensed, I'm just here to have fun and do my makeup while giving you some love and relationship advice. Dear Dollface, what advice do you have on how to be there for my friend who is dealing with insecurity issues after getting back with her husband after he cheated? Whew. So your question is pretty much, how can you be a good friend to your friend who has been cheated on and isn't really having the best self-esteem lately? Understandable. I actually have a lot to say on this matter because to me it's like a two-part. We need to give you advice on how to be a better friend and also maybe give you some advice to give to her. Now, I personally have not dealt with the cheating situation, but I think a lot of the things I'm going to tell you will help. First and foremost, my biggest tip I can give is that the wife, your friend, and her husband definitely should seek counseling. I'm a big advocate for going to therapy or getting counseling even when you're doing fine. I definitely think you should get help if you are going through something traumatic, and being cheated on, let's face it, it's traumatic. I can't imagine getting through something like that without professional help. With that said, since this is your friend going through it and you want to know how to be a better friend, my best advice for you is to just be a friend. And what that means is, unfortunately, on the outside, from your perspective, you want to help your friend. You want to give her the best advice, and you're going to expect her to take it. But the truth of the matter is you're not really going through what she's going through. And what your role in her life right now is to be support. And that means to support her decision. I have lost so many friends or had issues with so many friends because I give advice. That's what I do. People come to me for advice and I get so upset when they don't take it. But what I have learned is that's not being a good friend. You need to understand that your advice is a gift to her, and as a gift she can either take it or leave it. She can use it how she pleases. But as a friend, what she needs from you is your support. And that means supporting her no matter what. And I know it's super annoying when you go up and down with your friend and you're like, I told you, you didn't listen, but really she just needs you to be there for her. That doesn't mean shut your mouth and never give her advice. It just means give it to her kindly and accept the fact that she may not take it and she may be back at your doorstep crying because it happened again, even though you told her not to do it or whatever the case may be. Sometimes a good friend role is to kind of step back a little bit and maybe, if you don't really support what she's doing, remove yourself from the situation if you can. Tell her you need some space. Simply tell her, hey, I gave you advice and you can do what you want to do with it, but, if you're not going to take my advice, I'm just going to stay out. Because she's going through the cheating situation, which of course is going to affect her self-esteem and her confidence, you need to be her hype girl right now. Hype her up. So really, you just need to support her. And I know your advice to her was probably to not get back together because he cheated on her. Because you know her worth. You're her friend. You're like, girl, you don't need that. But for whatever reason, she wants to save her marriage. She loves him. She wants to be with him. So you need to be her friend in that regard and support her decision. And what can you do for her? Hype her up. Help her with her confidence. Remind her of the person she is with or without him, the person that you see in her. Now, I have been dealing with this myself in my own personal life. I wanted to share with you an amazing book that I have came across and read the whole thing very quickly because it gave me so much help. It's this book right here. It's Anxiety in Relationship, and this is by Teresa Miller. This book has been amazing, and I'm sure this will help her because this is all about having anxiety in the relationship, jealousy, which I'm sure she either had before or now has with him cheating. It also talks about couple conflicts. and insecurities and fear of abandonment, which I'm sure she has because she's probably afraid he's going to do it again and feels some type of way of that he did it at all. I recently read that book and I can already tell you it has helped my insecurity levels tremendously, and it is helping me work through them. I'm sure as the friend you're not a super fan of this guy after what he did to your best friend. I would honestly not even focus so much on him, and again, be her hype girl, focus in on her. She's going to need to get back herself, not the wife that was cheated on, the woman she was before and still is deep down inside. Get her out of the house. Make things not about him. Remind her to focus on the things that she loves. Now, the rest of the video is really going to be advice for her. And something that this book really helped me with, understanding that you have no control. Just like you have no control about her getting back with him, she has no control if he's going to cheat again. She has no control if he's going to leave her. So you cannot lose yourself. And you cannot ruin the relationship by obsessing over, is he going to leave me? Is he going to cheat? Now, if she's taking him back after cheating, that's fine. But you kind of need to completely let go of the fact that he cheated. Because you decided to take him back, you can't keep holding it above his head. You have taken him back. That is you forgiving him. You have said, it's okay that you cheated. Well, it's not okay. But I accept the fact that you cheated, and I'm willing to move forward and work on a relationship. Now, first and foremost, I would have a conversation with him, if you haven't already. First, the cheating has to stop. That needs to be an agreement. He needs to agree to that, and you need to trust that he's being truthful. If he can't agree to that and you're not okay with it, then what's the point? Now, I'm assuming when he came groveling back, he said he would never do it again, blah, 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 blah. But really have a sit-down conversation with him and get his word. And then trust that word. Now, to rebuild the trust, which is essential, that's going to take some time. He needs to not be in contact with this person anymore. Delete her number. Just completely detach. And he should probably let her know. I'm getting back with my wife. I'm ending things with you. And from now on in the relationship on both ends, there needs to be total honesty. And you both need to agree and stand by that. And with being honest, that means talking about what happened. This is for you. If you want to know what happened, some people do, some people don't, but if you want to know what happened, he should be willing to sit down and have that conversation. If you want to know when, where, how, I probably wouldn't. Maybe a few details, but not the whole thing, because then it's going to sit in your head and you're going to dwell on it. You'll always have those images. But that's up to you. Some people do better knowing everything. But he needs to be able to be totally honest with you about what happened. And he needs to listen to you vent your feelings. Maybe you want him to know exactly how he made you feel. I think that needs to be done as well, if that's important to you. Because it's not good to bottle things up. It's not enough to just start completely over, like nothing happened. You can't ignore it. It's a huge elephant in the room. You probably have a lot of feelings about it. Don't ignore them. That's not going to help going forward. The reason why it's important for you to vent your feelings or have that conversation is because it's part of the process of your partner receiving forgiveness. By him sitting there and hearing you out and you getting it all out, and you not yelling and screaming, But you telling him how you feel and you sitting down and being honest and open in a rational state of mind, that's the final step. You have been heard, and now that's you saying, this is how you made me feel. Now that you know that, we can move forward. That's him receiving forgiveness. Lots of relationships can work through this. Now that you have forgiven him and have decided to get back together, you must build back the trust that was broken. Duh. Easier said than done, right? Well, let's talk about how we can do that. I would refrain from getting all the passwords to his phone and telling him he can't go anywhere and you need to let me know where you're going at all times and, becoming like a mother or trying to control. Because controlling and being possessive is just going to push him further away, and that's not really forgiving him. That's being possessive. That comes with a whole nother slew of issues. Trust me. That's not letting him be the person that you fell in love with. That's you owning him like a pet, which you don't want, I hope. But just because I don't think it's a good idea for you to start being possessive and demanding these things doesn't mean that he can't give you the gift of letting you have his passwords or oversharing what he's doing and where he's going to help you get through this process. But that would be up to him. You can ask him, I would ask him how he feels about that if that will make you feel better. For the time being until trust is restored. So I kind of did a little bit of this eye off camera. It's hard to do like eyeliner and whatnot while talking. Another thing you want to think of is that the underlying issues need to be addressed. Not that there's really any excuse for infidelity. And of course, the lying, the cheating, all that is wrong. And it's not your fault. But there might have been some things going on either with him, with you, or just the two of you together that maybe pushed him to be unfaithful. And although his actions are not to be excused because they weren't right, you want to figure out kind of what happened so that way you don't do it again. You don't want to repeat history. I also think it's really important for her or for anyone who is trying to overcome something in the relationship not to hold it against him. So you really need to get into the habit of not bringing up the fact that he cheated. You don't want to make him constantly live in guilt and shame. If you're going to forgive him and take him back, you definitely need to give him the chance to make up for his actions and not have to relive the past all the time by being reminded of his bad choices. And remember, this is your chance to start over. Start dating each other again. Be the person that each other fell in love with. Wear makeup. That's going to help your confidence for yourself too. Dress cute, bathe more, do stuff for you, self-care, and then do stuff together. Date night is essential. I think you need to have date night weekly at least at this point. But the main thing is, be the person that you were before the marriage. Be the person that you were before the cheating. Don't give up on you. Do the things that you love. And remember that with or without him, you are still you. You will be okay no matter what. You are a strong, independent woman. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be loved. And if it's with this guy, your husband, great. I know you guys can get through it if you really try. The best tip I can give you is that you will be okay if it doesn't work out. You will be okay if it does work out because you are still you. You can't lose yourself. I hope that you got some really great advice from this video, and I hope you feel ready to build your confidence and to rebuild the trust in your relationship, and I hope that you have a wonderful, happy marriage, and most importantly, a happy life. Thank you so much for watching episode 3 of Makeup or Breakup. Be sure to comment below or email me. I have my email listed in the description. Any of your love or relationship questions, anything that you would like me to give you advice on. All of the products I used in this video will be listed in the description below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also hit that notification button if you want to be updated on any new videos coming out. I'm going to try my best to post makeup or breakup every Monday. So stay tuned for the next one. See you later. Bye.